Yep. Cool. I like that. That works for me. The the space we were in yesterday, did you go there for a certain person? Were you just drawn to the title of it? Like, are you friends with Jackie? Uh, do you know a lot of the people in that room? I'm just curious. Art. Mhm.
Very first space, and she told me about this interesting space which Maria was organizing, and I joined that space, and Maria was very welcoming. And in that very first space, I think the topic of that space was something about bullying. You know, they were
Oh,
talking
bullying.
about
Being a bully.
cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Right. The people were sharing their experiences, childhood experiences, their experiences in relationships, the types of bullies they have faced, they have overcome. So I joined that space. That was by the suggestion of a mutual, uh, and that was the first space I shared with Maria, and I shared my childhood story there, and she did appreciate that very well. She received it very well, just like yesterday. And then I followed her, and yeah, yesterday's space was through Maria. That's how I came to know Maria by a mutual, and yeah, she is a very welcoming host. Yesterday's space was
I'm
through
listening to
Maria.
you on my phone right now, but so we're a little bit
That's
behind
how
here.
I came to
Can
know
you hear
Maria
yourself right
by a
now? The beauty
mutual,
of you.
and yeah, she is a very welcoming host.
You sound good, man. You sound good. You sound good. Your English is excellent, by the way. It's
Oh,
very
well, thank you very much. That's very, I would say, that's very, uh, that's so much. That's a very big heart of you to say that my English is, I try to speak slow.
mhm.
I try to search for the correct word. That's why I speak in a little bit Sam Harris style. Many people have told me this, that I sound Sam Harris sometimes, but I really appreciate that. I don't think so. I'm always. Um, on time with words, but I really appreciate you saying that.
Well,
Thank you.
people realize too, and I suggested this to other people who have come in my space, but if your, you know, first language isn't English, I highly recommend going to Tim Brown's Confident Speaking Space, which is on Saturdays on Twitter Spaces. And he gets people from all over the world and they go up and they speak. And a lot of them are very nervous, but he does little tests or, you know, he'll have challenges or he'll have just people come up and introduce themselves. And the room a lot of times will have I don't know, a couple hundred people in the course of the time that he's there. And many of the people stay the whole duration, which is like a couple hours, just to hope to go up to speak. And they're also listening and trying to learn. I noticed you post this beautiful thing about bumblebees sleep in beds of pollen, floating monarchs and cloudless, dancing on light. Cherish this moment. So, is this something you generated in AI? Is that what this?
Yes, I did, and this is a very interesting story. I just joined your space, and I saw the title, plus spiritual quotes. So that's why I came here, and this is a very interesting space you are hosting. First of all, congratulations. The topic of AI music. This topic is really um intriguing to me these days
Mhm.
because I write poetry, and I see people, many people, converting their work into music. To generate music is not an easy task, but
Oh, it is.
with the help of
It is really easy if you use Suno and you use
right,
Udio. And if you're a good writer, oh my God, you'll have no
right,
problems. And it'll generate any kind of style of music that you want, from classical to R&B to the heaviest metal to crazy dance to techno, you name it, country, funk. I like doing funk and jazz stuff. I've been recently working on having enough songs to do an overnight sleep thing where people could sleep to the music. Beautiful melodies in the background. I'm working on that. But if you ever want to hear the stuff I made, every day I'm on YouTube. Like right now, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and Twitter Live simultaneously on Twitter Spaces. All those networks are firing off right now. In fact, I'm showing your bees in my stream. I have the picture right up right now. So
yeah, thank you very much. And I really want to know about, I really want to know more about what you are saying, but just real quick, in yesterday's space, you remember Mitchell, right?
yes, yes, of course.
Yeah, so after the space ended, Mitchell is quite an energetic and a very warm guy, and he is really the Mitchell is very appreciative, and he messaged me after the space, and
Uh-huh.
we were just exchanging messages, and he is a very learned guy, and I think he reads a lot. He is deep into spirituality, and I too study a lot of these concepts, and I'm very open-minded to the spiritual world, the ancient texts, and their wisdom. So he sent me some
Hmm.
verses, some Sanskrit verses,
Yeah.
and Sanskrit verses which were translated in English. So the latest artwork which you are seeing on my profile, it is
Hmm.
not an alone. It is not a isolated artwork. That is what I'm trying to convey here. That artwork, the bees one, is not an isolated artwork. It is a complete thread. If you go down there, you will see a message, and I it's a shout out to Mitchell, and because he sent me some verses, and and we agreed that I will generate some artwork on the basis of those verses that he shared with me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So overall, these are 10 verses that he shared with me, and I generated 10 arts on the basis of those 10 verses. So yeah, I will request you to just look into it, and I will encourage other listeners to go to the profile and especially look at the last 10 posts that I have posted. These are the 10 verses, and the art is based on those 10 verses. So it's not the B1 is the latest one, but if you will go down, and my personal favorite is the fifth verse, I think it is. It says, God, Guru, and Self are one.
Yeah,
This is the quote.
I'm there right now, and I'm showing a large version of it, and I'm going to put it on the big screen here. Now, if
Thank you very much. And this is my personal favorite. Yeah.
yeah, if are you seeing it on Twitter Space? Like we're on Twitter Live right now as well. So we're on Twitter Spaces and we're on Twitter Live. So you're going to be able to see this after. I'm not entirely sure if we can hear you on the live feed. I'm going to just check that and see, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. A lot of times you just hear me, but be able to showcase. Oh, we have Rich, and Rich is listening because Rich can't hear what you're saying, so he's trying to thank you, Rich. Rich, um, is there any way you can come up for a sec on the Twitter Spaces? He's doing thumbs up. Oh, I think I have to give him an invite. Sorry, buddy. You can tell I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But Rich, can you hear me on the broadcast? Just put a heart if you can hear me on the live. You can hear me, but you can't hear the guests, right? Is that the deal? Yeah, I think that's the deal. I think that's the dealio. Yeah, interesting. So can I go back this way? No, he's putting a thumb up. Let's see here. And I'm showing you on the screen. Can you request to be a speaker? Did you do that already? I'm lost in limbo here now. I'm on a different screen thing here. I don't even thank God we have the other speakers. Rich, could you go on the broadcast like the if I send you the link and you could go on the restream because I would love to talk football with you for a few minutes. Can you do that? The restream. And I'll put it in the here. I so need a co-host, especially for the Twitter Spaces. All right, there you go. Okay, I sent you the link, Rich. I know it's not landscape, but that would be great if you could come, and then you can fill me in on a couple things. But then the rest of the people can hear what's going on. But Rich doesn't necessarily like my AI music. He likes some of it. I think there's a lot of purists that don't like it. So art, are you using what program to make that beautiful art? Because it's gorgeous.
Thank you very much. And I used many systems and many. I tried many, but I think Dolly is the one. And I generated my most of majority of my art is generated by Dolly. It's not perfect, but I think it is easily everything is easily available, but it's more easier to use, and it's, I think, much more intelligent, and it gets it, you know. Dolly gets it more correctly than others. So currently I am using Dolly, And but I think I have heard that many amazing uh, uh, platforms are in the pipeline. So I'm waiting for those. And one thing, Michael, I think, Michael, this is one thing I really do believe, that these AI platforms and AI systems, I think the creators of the AI systems, I think they are deliberately suppressing the power of AI right now, because
Oh
I think
wow.
AI is much more powerful, and it can do things which it is doing currently, but it can do things on so much higher level right now.
Yeah.
But because I think if they unleash its whole potential right now, I think people will be, uh, I think they will panic or they will be scared
I
too fast.
Art.
So I think they are releasing slowly. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna welcome my friend here. Rich. Rich is in the broadcast. Hi Rich, how you doing?
Hi, and you got to stop doing this. I like your AI music, my friend. I heard that on the spaces just as I was transit. Your AI music is good. Okay, it's not fantastic, but I like it. I don't dislike it. Just to clarify now, okay, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just but I
Now
am here. I am hearing your. Just to give you an overview, I'm hearing spaces here on Restream. I heard it on YouTube. I tried to come in on the your spaces on my desktop because I'm a
yeah.
premium now. I wanted to, and I was switching over to the phone when you gave me the link. So I figured I'd pop on. I got just a few minutes because we're going to be going out for a walk here shortly. So,
So you could actually hear Art. You could
oh yeah,
actually
crystal clear, crystal clear. I'm both on just a YouTube only, and I heard him here on Restream. So
beautiful.
you got the pipe set up right.
Oh good. Okay. That makes me very
It's
happy.
crystal. That's why I was giving you 100% the thumbs up. You're loud and clear, 5 by 5.
So when he was speaking, you could actually hear him. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
crystal clear. It's that probably the clearest I've ever heard
Yeah.
spaces as far as that goes. So they're doing a lot on X. That's why I became a premium member at a discount there.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't a discount, now I know what it's all about. I'll probably be paying next year whatever the regular fee is and stuff like that. But Elon was
So
getting
that's why you're doing the thumbs up.
a thumbs
Now,
up. Yeah, you get a thumbs up. That means your broadcast is good.
okay, because the other day you couldn't hear the guest.
No, that you did something to where I did not hear. If I was on Spaces, I could hear it, but on YouTube, I could not hear. So this is a bit. This is a big benefit, a big change.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
This makes
So what did you do? Did you do anything differently?
I have it where I have the broadcast um in the chat, so we're using it. Just 1 second. And MD, can you say hello just for a minute?
Yeah, I try. Just I
Art's back. Art, sorry for cutting you off, Art. You know what happened there? I was just worried we couldn't hear you. We're hearing you on the main broadcast. That's what I wanted to know. Fireman Rich was telling me we could hear the wonder of you, so there will be women from all over the world going, "That is Art," and his voice and his beautiful artwork. Art, if did you request to be a speaker, or do I have to do this again? I don't know. I'm in a different window now, and I don't even know if I can get back where I was. So, Art, yeah, sorry, buddy. I Here's the thing. I'm kind of. Oh, I just got rid of X.
Oh, you dropped it. Oh my
Yeah,
God!
yeah,
You got my thing up there.
yeah.
Uh,
Unless they're still there. Let's just see. Let's see.
can you?
Just
This does it still hold the broadcast on there?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just
No, it's okay. It's
you
okay.
know it works. So that's the big thing.
Yeah,
You know it works. That's that I end up telling you that that's what you need to do as far as bring that in because I think that's a neat concept as far as bringing in the
yeah.
spaces and stuff like that because you consolidate and stuff like that. So, but
Okay, I wanted. So you got a couple minutes for football? Like how many minutes we got? Like 5, 10, 12?
yeah, at least five, yeah, no more than five and stuff like
Okay,
that.
that's
It's
perfect.
really foggy here, so we're delaying and I'm just doing a few extra things here. What do you got for football? I was surprised Vikings losing last night right off the bat. I watched that game. It was a good game, but Los Angeles, I saw something there that Cup was back.
Yes.
And
big difference. Big difference.
Yes. Yeah, there's a different look from on the Rams because I picked Minnesota. I think you picked Minnesota as well.
Well, I didn't know Puka Nacua was coming back.
Yeah.
If I knew Puka Nacua was coming back, I probably would have thought about it, but still picked Minnesota.
Well, I think Minnesota, there's something there. They played good, but they should have played better. Just Rams were right on top of them and stuff like that. It was a good football game last night, though.
I thought it was super entertaining. I thought it was unique in the sense of I didn't think the Rams still had it to that degree. And it just goes to show you having those two key pieces back, especially Puka Nacua. Have you ever seen such a shipwreck as this year with the 49ers? Everything that could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, I'm not there on the ship. There's something going on. They can either get better this Sunday and next Sunday. If they don't, then I'm going to beat because it's just like the Dallas Cowboys. I put off a couple weeks. Dallas Cowboys are more of a shamble than the 49ers. So I got the 49ers winning over Dallas, but who knows? It's in Dallas. They might swing it around. They might, Jerry Jones with all his talking and babbling there, they might have kicked some people in the butt there to get going and stuff. Because I think if they don't do good in Dallas, there's going to be some major changes as far as that goes.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Here's the thing that I find so interesting about it is Deebo Samuel, right? It sounds like COVID, like he's got some flu. Really? He's got some deadly flu.
And
he had to go to the hospital.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then Brandon Ayuk tore his ACL.
Mm-hmm.
And he's out for the year now.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really sure if Christian McCaffrey will ever come back. They're worried about the healing of his leg. I guess he's got some weird mutation now in his muscle.
Really? Oh wow. That's
why he had to go to the specialist. So
that's a little bit more in depth than what I'm hearing. I thought it was just an injury, but if you got something that's lingering after the fact, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Alexa, in 2024 NFL, who is the top teams?
From TalkSigan.com. As of late September 2024, the San Francisco 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs are at the top.
See how much it's changed? And Alexa, in week 7, who are the top teams in the NFL? Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But
I would say Kansas City is definitely up there, but on the power ranking, and I did on my broadcast Wednesday night, they're down. They're under 20 or under 15, I think, on the power ranking and stuff like that.
You're right. Yeah, the NFL right now is super entertaining, but I've never seen so many key players being injured, like the main stars, because there's always injuries.
Yeah, their power ranking. They're 24 on the power ranking for CBS. That's the Rams.
Yeah,
49ers. What's 49ers? Hang on for just. Oh, they're 15. They're number 15, but that's still too high. They're you got some teams below that. I would say the Jets are playing better ball, but we'll see after this weekend with the Jets.
Puka Nacua was the big difference. This is a wonderful picture of him.
Oh yeah. That was the LA. They played like the old LA form and stuff like that. So, and stuff. So that's good.
How did Cooper Kupp do? Did he?
He got some response. I don't know. I'd have to look at the stats, but he looked like he was playing good. He was involved in the offense and stuff like that. He was glad to be back. He was the pre-interview there on Twitch game last night, and actually I was watching it on the Roku here because I found a way of how I can. It acts like a second screen now, so I can bring Twitch.
Yeah.
Because the Twitch app will not broadcast the football game. But if I bring it from a Twitch on my computer and cast it over here using the Roku, I didn't realize I have Wi-Fi on my computer, and I've had this for a year and a half, and I'm just finding out I can cast from my computer on
Yes.
the screen.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like I got an early Christmas.
You're learning. You're learning all the time.
But on the broadcast here,
Yeah.
I can't think of. He's a big guy, bald head. He's a former football player there for one of the commentators, and Coop there said that he wanted to be in there. He says it's a bad feeling when you're injured and you're out there and you see your teammates playing and you can't contribute and stuff like that. So I think he contributed to just being back and playing. I think that was a big uplift for the Rams.
Well, you know what's hilarious? We're definitely live on Twitter Live, but you know what's funny? If you think about this, we were simultaneously on Twitter Live and Twitter Spaces on the same network at the same time.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I figured, let me go before I had a couple minutes because we're delaying our morning walk here, and so I'll just go on the Twitch or the Spaces side because I don't use Spaces, to be honest with you, but
no, well, because you want people to see you. You're like me. We're all about body language, and when you have all that beauty, which you have, it would be a curse not to share it with the world. That's the way I look at it.
Because the only Twitter Spaces I can honestly see, like I said this morning, I know you. Some of these Twitter Spaces, I'll dip in and listen. It's like
you're nuts.
I don't know any of the people. So on the live stream, I know a lot of people that when they pop in, I pop in on theirs and stuff like that. And
but if you could figure a way to do this the way I did it, you're going to get a new audience. You didn't have like those.
I know how to do it. I would bring it in via OBS. I've already seen that. I've done that.
The two people that I had in the room were from different parts of the world. That was,
yeah. But the thing is, I don't. It's juggling too much for me.
It is a lot. It is a lot.
It is juggling and stuff like that. And but I'm glad to see that you got it. You got it down. So that's being. I was just trying to use it as an opportunity to, like I said, I think, aren't you supposed, if you're a premium, you should be able to talk Spaces from the desktop, right? Yeah. So I was trying to come in on the desktop, and but just like you wanted me to come up on the live, so I'll I'm always.
You need to start using Grunk with the image generator. You'll love it.
Oh, I use it for. I'm starting to use it for football stats
and news. You can use it for news. Yeah. Especially for your show. Can you just plug yourself for a second?
I'm Michael Bathurst's American friend down here, just south of where he's at in Toronto. I'm here in New York, southern tier of upstate New York. I'm on X at Fireman Rich. That's my mainstay. Just Google at Fireman Rich. You can see where I'm at. Been on these interwebs for quite some time, and I always enjoy being with my friend Michael here, who I've known since Haps. We had a little rough start. No, I think I was in your camp, but I just didn't like people coming at you and stuff like that. I got a little boisterous with some people, I guess.
Haps was a very toxic environment at times.
It could be, yeah.
We were promised some things, and then the promises were taken away, and a lot of people lost their mind, and it all came down to landscape, remember? But that's
the initial thing. I think that's past history. I don't mind coming up because this is your format. I was really surprised the other day. You were in you had the desktop, but you were in landscape. Stuff like that.
Because I was doing a demonstration of how to use Suno.
Oh, okay. Yep.
It's a lot more landscape.
Yeah. Now, can you could still cut that up by just focusing in on the.
I don't have that kind of time.
Okay.
I don't. I barely have time to do what I'm doing now. But I want you and I in the future through the week, even if we do a 1 hour show just together on football, just on football.
I see you see that, but I don't know where I'm going to. I have what I have right now. I'm overextending.
Yeah. How about Oak Island? What if we take a trip to Oak Island?
I have. Is it playing again? I have.
No, it's not playing yet.
I do get them on.
We're going to have a whole year of we're going to pretend we're going to find something.
No, but as far as Oak Island, they've been popping up in my. I've been looking at Facebook a little bit more because I can stream on Facebook, and that's been popping in my feeds there, Oak Island and stuff like that.
I need you to talk for 2 minutes so I can have a break.
Okay, go ahead. I'll go ahead and promote. Like I said, Michael. He's up there in Toronto. I'm down here in the southern tier of upstate New York between Elmira and Binghamton, a rural area. And Michael and me, we, like you said, we met through HAPS. HAPS was okay. And we have a good friend, a mutual friend, Tony D, who we both know. And he's been up on Michael's broadcast a number of times. And we do a football broadcast on Sundays on Tony D's when he brings up it's Belt Kings Fantasy Football, and we talk about football. We're really excited about football, and Michael has a great. I'm just a knucklehead. I don't really know that much about football. I grew up watching it. I love watching it. I played it. I didn't play it in school. I played pickup games when I was a kid and stuff like that. But I love watching the game. It just there's so many aspects of the game, and hooking up with Michael and Tony. Both are very astute on the football aspects of the players and all that. And they say I compliment, but I don't know. But I have fun watching it. It's a great American sport here in the United States. And it just both Michael and Tony have a really good perspective. And I always say to Tony, he laughs at it, that I get really excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store with the Belt Kings Fantasy Football, because it's just some great information as far as that goes. So, but as far as the extra show, Michael, I saw that. I was like, God, what can I tell Michael? With the shows I'm doing now, it's there he is. There's Tony D at Tony D, and that's on his. That
was Haps.
Oh, that's Haps. Oh, I was just gonna say that's. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God. Blast from the past.
He had the goatee going there. Oh my God, that is a blast for this. You know what? Speaking of Haps, was it yesterday or Wednesday? Yeah. I got over at least once every other month. I'm over there looking at the videos on Haps' YouTube channel.
Oh, good.
Yeah, to look, because I like Peter and Pablo. They were two good guys. You know, as far as I don't know what they're doing. I hope they're doing well. They're great guys and stuff like that. They really. Now, I was going to ask you. Did you say that Haps, when they sold it, it seemed like Restream came out right after that there could be a correlation?
They sold the technology to somebody.
Yeah. Do you think it became Restream?
It could have been some huge conglomerate that owns multiple things.
Okay.
I always thought it was Meta, which is Facebook. See, if you don't like what something is going on and it's a little mosquito,
right,
the best way to do it is buy it.
Right.
And then implement the technology in your technology, or don't use it at all, but you just got rid of them for $5 million.
That was a business plan for IBM, because my cousin downstate, he used to be he's retired now, but he was the librarian for all of IBM.
Yeah.
And he said that they bought things that they just put it on the shelf just to make sure that it wasn't out there and stuff. IBM had that mentality and stuff. And I always think that, I use Rumble for those folks out there. And I use Rumble Studios, which I look at that. The first time I saw that, I said, there's another platform. It was called Vocal. I'm thinking it's almost identical to Vocal, but it's more refined and a little more professionally presented.
Is it getting better?
Oh, it's great. It's great. They just I just tweeted something out from Rumble the other day that what is it? Update. This was October 23. Rumble Studios default streaming quality has been upgraded to 10 megabytes after feedback from community. So they're increasing their
good.
So and I think they're doing that on. Well, it's obvious they have to be doing something like that similar on X, because X Live is just the video is so great now.
Yeah.
You know, as far as Elon's getting it done there, even though he doesn't get a lot of credit for it. So
it's being used on the infrastructure, though, of Periscope. You know that, eh? That
to a certain degree, but I think there's a lot more.
There's more to it. Yeah, but
the picture quality compared to Periscope was good, and then when the previous people from Twitter took it over, it sort of was a wonky. Now it's stellar now. I think it all depends on your bandwidth and your, like I'm in a rural area, and you point like I've got a better computer. The infrastructure in my area has gotten a little bit better because there's competition in the area now. So I'm on Spectrum Net. Spectrum, and they're giving me extra bandwidth now and stuff like that. Who's this?
Perfect. Amari Cooper. What did you think?
God, he is right out of the gate. After they traded first game, he ends up getting a touchdown. So he's contributing right out of the gate. I'm ecstatic about this guy.
Did you see Keon Coleman tell him the play, and he goes, "Just go." And he play, and he kind of went.
He is a hoot, man. He is a hoot.
He was like, I think he said to him, "Go to the end zone."
Yeah. Just bring it to me. It's Michael, I'm going to have to go here now. This has been fun. Yeah, yeah, there he is. Oh no, that's what do you think?
Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill.
Hill, great receiver. What about Tua? Do you think he's going to play this weekend?
Yes.
I don't think he should. I'm in that camp. He shouldn't be. I'm going to be praying for him.
He's not even wearing the protective helmet.
No. And I just he probably tried, and it probably interferes with it because that's a bulk. There's a little bit more bulk on the head to where you got to get used to that and stuff. Because that's, I guess, the way that works. It's sort of like an airbag in the car. If you get a certain hit on a certain point, it's going to blow out.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I've seen one game so far this year. I'm seeing I didn't see the actual hit, but it was obvious. Just blew out, and he had to go. You have to exit the game immediately so that's probably the thing. He doesn't want to wear that because he'll probably take a hit to where it's going to take him out of the game.
Is Dallas going to recover?
I don't know. And if Washington keeps on winning, and like right now we're in week 8, the thing to start looking at really is divisional. Right now there's only one division. You pointed it out. They're 600 or higher in their game performance, and all the other teams, all the other divisions, there's only 1 or 2 teams that dominate the division. So I find that interesting. That I think it's is it the NFC North with Minnesota and who else is in there? They're all over 600% or something like that.
I'll help you.
I know you. Yeah.
Elizabeth Francis.
Who's this?
She was the oldest person in the state. She was 115, died 2 days ago.
Oh, God bless her.
I didn't know anybody could live to 115. I thought you had to live in India. I thought you had, you know what I mean, in the rice fields.
Yeah.
115. Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, I'll be lucky. I'm trying to shoot for at least 95 to 100, maybe. I'll be
really?
Yeah. I don't know. It's all for me. It all depends on what the man thinks upstairs and stuff like that. Just see what happens. If I don't step in front of a car when I've crossed the road, stuff. What's that? Hey, Mike, I got to get going.
I heard that. Tell the wife thank you for sharing. Thanks for
sharing. Says thank you for sharing. Oh, she's waving. She's got a mouth. She's taking a mouthful of peanut butter there. It's stuff.
Good for her. Good for her.
All right, Michael. I'll see you later. You all have a great one wherever you may be, and thank you very much for bringing me up. As always, it's always a pleasure to being on your broadcast. I greatly appreciate it, sir.
I hope you make it to 95. I do.
I hope you make it to 95 too.
I hope I make it to 80.
You're not. All right, Michael. Take care. Right. Ciao for now.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you for being here, buddy.
You too, sir. Bye.
God bless. There he goes. All right. So what a wonderful show we've had today. Thank you. We definitely had Twitter Spaces working properly, which I hope I'm doing that correctly in the future. I think I may have figured out what I did wrong before. But we're doing quotes here today, and we've got, let's see here. I got to hit this here. So many buttons. Be happy, Not because everything is good, but because you can see the good in everything. Thank you, Rich. That's Rich Roberts there, Fireman Rich, who can be found on multiple platforms. And he is a person who loves the streaming platform of Rumble. I'm going to try it again now that the quality is a little better. So that piques my interest. No, no kidding. That really does pique my interest. We're always trying to find different ways to broadcast, and I'm hoping we'll find some sweet souls. Here we go. This will be the last song. Enjoy. Thank you, folks. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you being here and all that you do each and every day. It's been a lot of fun today. Really has been. And we basically played some Udio. We played some Suno. We played music that was anything from classical to, I would say, new age to funk to jazz, some elements of rock. We are on every day, sometimes on Twitter Spaces. We actually did a Twitter Spaces today. Thank you to the people that were in the room with us. Thank you, Art, for sharing your art. And thank you to Rich Roberts for being my wingman as usual, supporting me as I didn't really know what could be heard on the other platforms, and he came through. Please follow Nonsensical Nonsense. Please follow Tony D and the Bell Kings football, which we are always grateful to be the kings of something, right? And we love the Kings.